Hello, I am the Roninpawn, and welcome to the Clustertruck Speedrunning Tournament 2021. I am sat here today with AJ213, speedrunner and moderator extraordinaire. How you doing today, AJ?
I'm doing absolutely swell on 7 hours of sleep.
What do we know about these runners? Could we dox the runners live on this stream?
Possibly. Well, they didn't provide enough information, sadly enough. However, we do know that Luke also runs Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, my childhood favorite Mario games. And
Well, I probably shouldn't have said before we got started that I think they're overrated, huh?
8-Bit Blitz. Could we just call it EBB?
I don't know. I like saying 8-Bit Blitz, you know? The man in the back said everyone attack and it turned into an 8-Bit Blitz. And the girl in the corner said, boy, I want to warn you, it'll turn into an 8-Bit Blitz. 8-Bit Blitz. 8-Bit Blitz. It's an 8-Bit Blitz. It's an 8-Bit Blitz.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
That is the meanest countdown ever. This is like 1.7 seconds per second, AJ. What are you trying to do to these runners? Actually, AJ, you want to tell us about like noUtility percent? What the difference is between like the noAbility that we saw before?
So the main difference is runners now have the ability called levitation. And levitation will, if you click it, will stop you from, I guess, falling. And runners will be abusing that throughout the run in a lot of different ways to make sure they can beat levels without dying. It's like noAbility, but sane.
Woo! Oh! Oh, Luke just barely managing to miss out the front edge of that goal plane. Oh! And he catches a truck on the way out and manages to pull it back for the second attempt on 110. Both runners now into Forest World.
So one more critical thing, though, about noUtility is that you need to manage your levitation. And so ideally, you want to be sure you're tapping it slowly so you don't lose as much. And if you don't, what ended up happening to Luke is he ended up dying on 110 because he used his levitation too quickly. Also because the truck was bad, but...
Yeah, we're seeing that again. A little bit of an overuse on the levitation on this level. Luke managed to use it, managed to save it, slow himself down, make the turn on 2-2 there, but was also completely depleted on the levitation, as he is here as well. I think we're probably going to see throughout this run that Luke likes to just down that levitation in a hurry, and more power to him. Interesting set of levels here with World 3. Every single one of these, if you've got levitation, they just start by run to the left, jump. Oh, but 8-Bit Blitz misses the goal plane, just barely getting underneath where the goal plane hits on 3-2.
I wonder if it's because he wasn't holding space. Oh no, maybe it's too fast to levitation use. Gotta manage that well. For context for the viewers, if you're holding space in Clustertruck, you just happen to fall 5% slower. Don't know why, but yeah, that's just how it works.
We've decided that it's not even a jump bar, it's a mini parachute that is redeployable. Hit the button and it pulls you up as though you're jumping, but you're not. And then if you're falling, hit the button and a very small parachute comes out of the back and slows your descent.
Maybe it's just like gliding with the coat or something like that, like wee.
So we've got 8-Bit Blitz in 3-7 and Luke in 3-3. Not that big of a gap between these two runners. World 3 is a quick level, or quick world, lots of quick levels, a few longer ones, but there is that big stopping point of 310. 310 can really just erase the gap between these two runners if it doesn't go well for 8-Bit Blitz right now. So here we have 8-Bit Blitz moving into 310 and immediately taking death. It's an early death. It's not a big deal. But if the level does not agree with you, that's a second death on 310. This is an opportunity. If Luke wasn't dying right now, Luke, pull it out. Then we could see Luke catch up right now. That's a third death for 8-Bit Blitz in 310 while Luke moves through the first of the rolling. There are parts of me that are clenching here while I'm trying to talk, watching these two runners. The first of the rolling log levels, now he's into the second of the rolling log levels. Well, 8-Bit Blitz takes a death long into 310, pushing through that, giving Luke a more and more opportunity to get through these levels and catch up to him. We have closed the gap between these runners from 6 levels to 2. Honestly, though, World 3 is one that, my God, does it take a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of skill. And finally, 8BitBlitz pushes it in just by getting to the outside and managing his levitation well so that he can fall off the edge and catch that goal plane before, you know, heading to the death plane instead. Meanwhile, Luke, let's see what kind of luck he gets out of 310 here, because it's looking like a good first attempt. If he could just calmly and carefully put it in. This is closed. Yes, this is a huge gap that Luke has just closed right here. Do you want to explain the idea of the levitation boost?
So a levitation boost is slightly misleading because it's not actually a boost. The overall, all it really is that it lines you up perfectly for landing on a truck, and so you end up gaining speed because of that. And so overall, you kind of love trucks, and if you are kind of parallel with trucks when you're landing on them, you end up gaining a lot of movement speed.
Coming into 4-7 with Luke right now, and this is a nasty one, and he's moving through it with incredible confidence. I'm wondering if he's going to... Yeah, he's closing this gap as well, going up and over. That's very nice, very clean 4-7. And meanwhile, 8BitBlitz is still just two levels rather ahead of him in 4-9. I think we've got ourselves a pretty good tight race here. 8BitBlitz has put himself into Medieval World, into 5-2, and also has decided to run his game, for some reason, at 6 frames per second. Does that help the runners, AJ?
Not in this category. Not in this category.
Meanwhile, Luke coming into 5-5. 5-5, a level that really defies routing, if you ask me. There's, like, no good plan for 5-5 if you're not using an any percent method to do a PTB off of a wall. There's just too much RNG, such a mixture of different obstacles here that are messing with the trucks and making it so you really can't expect anything. Interesting to see Luke go the outside path with the levitation there early, get up to here, doesn't have any more levitation, has to wait for one of these poppers to help him out. Doesn't actually, waits a little bit too long on the popper. Takes the jump and gets clapped down by... You were saying that yesterday, AJ. You were foretelling the future on what we were going to see here. I love seeing people struggle with Tilty World when you have the abilities, because Tilty World, as we're seeing 8BitBlitz deal with right here, is just a bit nasty. There's really the only confident way to move through it is also risky. You move so fast that... that you're hoping for one of the trucks to be in a right position to take a final jump to leap to the end. Although I suppose with levitation, if you can get a massive amount of speed at this one, it could be more guaranteed.
Still pretty close race overall.
Yeah, and still anybody's race, really. When we start moving into those last 3 worlds, that is, the last 3 worlds are half of the game in the most literal sense. In terms of timing, World 7, 8, and 9 are half the length of most speedruns. And the levels suddenly amp up in difficulty, introduce a whole bunch of RNG, and can close the gap between 2 runners in no time flat. Especially if we're going to see, 8BitBlitz, for example, there, going for a very conventional strat on that level, on the opening of 7-1, which is going to cost him a clear of about 22.5 seconds. If Luke comes into that level and knows the 13-second version of the clear, or the 16-second version of the clear, that's, places to stack time fast.
Definitely. And actually, it's kind of why I say the first thing you should really figure out in this game is where are the simple, easy levitation skips, because they're simple and easy, and they're basically free time saved.
Yeah, that 7-2 with 8BitBlitz going around the longest of the ways, 22 seconds, could have had that in 11.1 would be about the average on that level. And now we've got Luke coming in, and we're going to see if Luke doesn't start to clear some of these gaps by using some alternate methods. Okay, he's messed it up, but he is going for the faster method here. Getting thrown by the magnet that comes over from behind, it pulls the truck that you're on up, and with levitation and enough speed, it's no significant challenge to just move yourself to the goal. There is a strat where you don't involve the magnet as well. Let's see if Luke takes this one the conventional route or knows that he could just drop to the left. He's taking it the conventional route.
Yeah, unfortunate. But as long as he doesn't die, it's actually mostly fine.
The beauty of speedrunning is really that it's such a community collaborative effort. Everybody is, everybody is dying on 7-5. Um, everybody is contributing to a speed run, you know, to the larger speed run as a whole with their various methods and things that they come up with. Somebody finds a new route, somebody finds a new movement method, and it adds to the whole. You know, all the work that you do in your speed run, regardless of whether or not you put up any golds or take any world records, is, you know, part of the annals of history of that speed run, where other runners will learn from what you've done. Seeing 8BitBlitz having some trouble with 810 right now. Going straight for it. Is he trying to move in with the... Ah, I see. I see. So we're just doing the all skill, no luck technique. He's got a little bit of levitation. He can contact another truck. He can stay in the air. If he can stay in the air, he can get back to the gold truck as it falls, which is what he's trying to do. He's got a little bit of levitation. He pulls it back and pushes it in 710. It's a hell of a struggle and a hell of a pullback there. Oh goodness, and 8BitBlitz meanwhile is, facing 8-3 and takes the death right at the end of the goal. This is a very nasty level as well. High technical level. Not a lot of RNG going on in this level, but so many things to bump your head into, so many things to get in your way, that this is just, it's a lot of work to make sure that you don't die on any of these things and then feed yourself through these two pipes, get over that last one and get into goal, like we see 8BitBlitz doing to clear 8-3.
And actually, talking about noUtility in specific, I believe for Steampunk, most of the levels you can actually go up on the side, and because, again, the goal hitbox is very wide, you can actually make it.
Yeah, I think in my any percent run, I've actually, you know, you get into a bad situation, don't quite have the length on a PTB that you thought, and so you just go outside, under, or to the left of the actual goal, and find your way through. Ooh, that's a tight call for Luke, and he goes upside down, a little bit of a style flip for us on 7-9, showing off that clear. We do now have the better part of an entire world between these two runners, but I still want to say that anything can happen coming into hell. Hell is, well, it's hell.
Oh, especially, it'd be interesting to see how they perform on 9-10. And 9-7, actually. Both are kind of tricky.
And 8BitBlitz is struggling quite a bit here in 8-9 with these gears. But, looks like he's got it lined up now, can use the levitation move straight to goal. Meanwhile, Luke is struggling with 8-3.
Actually, if you think about it, 8-3 and 8-10 are actually pretty similar. Both have those giant pipes and those giant gears. And can you make it to the end without losing 20 seconds?
Oh!
That's your goal.
Luke slipping between the trucks as he was landing. That was good movement otherwise. 8BitBlitz is now coming to the end of 8-10, about to move into hell. Does not go for the grind off of the gears, just jumps straight in, and just enough levitation. I think the way that his mouse moved there, I feel like he was worried for a second. Oh god, do I only have that amount of levitation left? No! Coming into 9-2, I'm curious to see how much speed he can get to try and cross this lava field with the levitation. Looks like just going for a nice, safe sort of bunny hop route, although when I say nice and safe, these jumps are very difficult to land. The trucks in that lava are not real trucks, and they do not behave as real trucks in terms of being able to grab onto the sides of them, grind off of them for height. You basically have to land dead on them. They're not going to give you anything to help you stay alive the way an actual truck would in the game.
And the worst part is if you take it and then you thought you would have a jump, but it just didn't work at all. You didn't get your jump from it.
8BitBlitz, struggling with 9-3, 9-3, a big, yeah, get away from that fence, there we go, a big, you know, problem here. Oh, with the lev, can he make it? Oh, catches the side of that truck, keeps in the air, very clutch save for the end of that 9-3. Coming into 9-4 now, we've got the spinning log underneath here. We'll have potentially a big toenail at the end, depending on how fast 8BitBlitz, there's the toenail coming in. Manages to clear this one, but that's a clean, fast clear of 9-4. Coming into 9-5 now. We have to... Oh, he got an... What do you want to call that? Like an edge bounce. If you run into the very back edge of a truck at just the right location, it basically gives you an instant mega jump.
We need to make that possible. We need to make that possible anywhere. That would be nice. Just do that anywhere.
Don't give Alice ideas. New world record coming forward. 8BitBlitz is now into the great separator of basically the entire game. A little bit easier knowing that you've got the levitation to help you land, but look at what these trucks are doing. This is what 9-7 is all about.
You gotta use that levitation sparingly too, just so you can save it for later.
Yeah, especially to clear these final gaps. Getting through to here. Oh, slipping off the truck. 9-7, the death of so many good runs. So many good PBs. Meanwhile, we do have Luke moving through. Oh, Luke, save it! Oh, stay alive, Luke! Luke, pull it, yeah, hold on to it! Oh, and he saves 8-10. Out of levitation there, nothing to do, manages to just barely squeeze out one more quarter of a levitation to reach that truck and push to goal. Oh no, and 8BitBlitz still stuck on 9-7, even though he made it to the end. Get out of it, 8BitBlitz. Luke is on your heels. 6 levels of separation between these two runners now, and Luke is closing that fast. He's got a lot less to deal with in front of him than 8BitBlitz does right now with 9-7. If he can stay out of this lava, those aren't real trucks. There you go. He gets through 9-2. Just 5 levels of separation now between the two of them. 8BitBlitz taking another death, just sliding off the front of the tip of that truck. 9-7 is a hell beast. This is, you know what we should call this actually? What's the name of the thing? Cerberus, right? The dog with 3 heads. 9-7 is Cerberus. If you have to face Cluster Satan at the end. Ooh, 8BitBlitz is looking good right now. Don't rush it, 8BitBlitz. Oh, he's got it! But there are only 4 levels of separation between these two runners right now. If Luke can push through 9-3 as he does and keep up with him, when we get to 9-10, 9-10 could be the deciding factor here. We don't know whether these runners are going to go for pause bounces. We don't know if they're going to go for climb skips. They're not going to go for climb. That's just me. But this is 9-10 could be the deciding factor right now. Luke's into 9-5. Well, 8BitBlitz is just finishing out 9-9, ready to come in and face Cluster Satan in the final battle. What do you think he's going to go for? Quick, AJ, what's his 9-10 method going to be?
I think he's just going to do it normally.
Let's see. We're about to find out whether or not he's going for climb skip. Have to get up to here. No, he is. He's just going to run it. He's just going to run it. Now, this method takes an average of, I want to say, 40 seconds for runners, somewhere around 40 seconds to get up here. He could be hitting that truck at 17 seconds. He's hitting it at 19. He takes a death. It is not easy doing it the casual way. In fact, I think learning one of the speedrunner methods and then finishing the game is easier than running it the casual way. I never beat Clustertruck until I became a speedrunner. I had never cleared 9-10 despite spending several hours trying.
I agree. I spent a lot of hours on 9-10. It's not a casual friendly level.
He's making his way up the armpit of Satan right here, though, and he's moving carefully and safely with little bunny hops to make sure that he doesn't start sliding along the black ice, is what I like to call it, but it is just an effect. He's approaching the button now, and has he got it? He's got it! We've got ourselves a winner at 30 minutes and about 22, 21 seconds or so on the timer. Timer's still going for Luke right now. This was a very close race. I could have seen 1 or 2 more deaths from 8BitBlitz has Luke back in this game if he gets fortunate across these last 3 levels. Let's see how long it takes him. Ooh, he's managing those. Oh! That's just bull. I want to recount. But we're out and into 9-10 final level for Luke now. Is he going to pull in anything crazy? Or is he just going to go for the conventional method? Just going for the conventional method here. Whoa! He's out of levitation early.
Let's see if you can pull it off first try.
So we're waiting for the wrist to clap down. Touch that truck with your face. Turn the corner. Jump across this one. Clear the gap. Turn to your right. Start being slow and careful if you want to stay alive. Nice little bunny hops here. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Up to the top of Cluster Satan. Going straight in for it, and boom! We've got a final time of 32:15. That was a hell of a race. That was a good showing, too. I really liked that final clear from Luke. That 9-10 just didn't pause, didn't set anything up, didn't go over the top, just ran it in, hit the levitation at just the right moment to come in at the button from the side, hitting it twice in one go and clearing it out.
And really, this race could have turned out completely different if, like, Luke, I don't remember what level he was dying on a lot. Was it like 8-3? Was that the level that he was stuck on? Maybe we should talk with them, actually.
I love that you're getting the documents for. I got a lot of questions for you. So back in 2016, with that whole controversy with the ladies, how'd you feel about it, Luke? Though, because it was good runs, good methods. I liked your 9-10.
Like, I had a good time, but I choked in a few levels. If I had like stopped to think for a quick second, maybe I could have pulled ahead. But
what's your noUtility PB, incidentally?
Well, I think I just got it this run, but previously it was 38 minutes.
Wow, well then you definitely got it this run. We're looking at something like a 32 something so I didn't click the button to stop. Very good. And I loved the 9-10. I loved the exit of just like you got up there, you ran straight for the goal and hit the levitation.
It's a little annoying that I got it on my first try and he took like 3 attempts, but he still won.
That's the difference. It's just where you leave the time. But everybody's got to leave the time somewhere. That was actually a very good hell overall, I would say, from you. You closed a lot of the gap just moving through hell a bit better than 8BitBlitz. 8BitBlitz, how do you feel about the run?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So first of all, I thought that was a much worse run than it actually was. That did not feel like a 30-21. That felt like a 35. That felt like a 40.
What's your PB in this category, incidentally?
The most recent run that I did was like 30 minutes. It was like, before this, I just did my first noUtility run today. I've been grinding any percent before everything else.
Between the two of you, you managed to disqualify any percent and no ability percent. What was your thinking behind those choices?
I did not want to run no ability because I cannot play without levitate. That is I rely almost entirely on levitate as a crutch.
I would have been fine with no ability, but any percent, I don't know how to do. Well, I know how to do them, but not very consistently. The portable truck boosts, and I didn't want to get screwed over by somebody who knows how to do them.
It kind of sounds like both of you played your I don't want to do that card just right to land in a place where you both had a pretty good, a good chance, and it resulted in a great race, and we really enjoyed it. Thank you both for racing with us today, and we will see both of you back later in the later brackets of the tournament. GG's all around.
Good game, man. Good game.
Good game. You played well.
So did you. You came out on top, but you know what? I had fun, and that's what matters.
Okay, if you guys want a hug or something, you're going to have to leave the main voice chat. I can't. Day 2 of Clustertruck Speedrunning Tournament 2021, Luke versus 8BitBlitz. 8BitBlitz coming out with the win. I think that brings us to the end of this stream, unless you've got something, AJ, you want to sing a song or something? Sing us out.
Sing a song. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna cut him off there. We're gonna play some music. We'll see you in the next Clustertruck Speedrun Tournament 2021. I am the Roninpawn, and
I am AJ.
That's your hand mostly. But we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming out, everybody. That's a pawn out.